Welcome to the treasure trove of folktales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The Husband and the Parrot, Your Majesty. Once upon a time, in a wealthy city in the East, there lived a very intelligent and wealthy merchant, but because of his busy work, he often had to travel far away, leaving his beautiful young wife at home. Worried that his wife might be unfaithful, the merchant bought a very good talking parrot. This parrot not only had a phenomenal memory, but could also recount everything that happened in the house when its owner was absent. One day, the merchant had to go on a business trip to a distant land. Before leaving, he instructed the parrot, "My clever parrot, keep a close watch on the house. If anything happens, tell me when I return." The wife initially ignored the parrot, but after a few days, she began to feel uneasy when she learned that there was a witness following her. Sure enough, while her husband was away, she secretly welcomed her lover home. When the merchant returned, he immediately asked the parrot what had happened. The parrot recounted in detail. "Master, while you were away, the lady brought a strange man into the house. They laughed and talked happily, ate and drank heartily, and spent the whole night together." After hearing this, the merchant was extremely angry. He turned to his wife, intending to punish her for her betrayal, but his wife was very smart. She immediately thought of a plan to escape punishment. She pretended to cry bitterly and said, "Do you really believe a parrot? How do you know it's not lying? Try to test it, to see if it really sees everything clearly." The merchant thought for a moment and then nodded in agreement. The wife immediately plotted with her maids, and all night long they continuously waved fans, splashed water, and burned incense around the parrot, making it dizzy. The next morning, when the merchant asked, "Yesterday I was away. Did anything happen in the house?" The parrot stammered, "Master, there was a big storm last night. Thunder and lightning, strong winds. Water flooded the house. I couldn't sleep all night." The merchant burst out laughing. "You're ridiculous. Last night the sky was completely calm. There was no wind or rain." At this point, the wife quickly seized the opportunity. "See? The parrot was wrong. It clearly didn't know what happened. How could you believe it?" Convinced, the merchant believed that the parrot had lied. In a fit of anger, he threw it to the ground, killing the poor parrot on the spot. The wife was overjoyed that she had escaped punishment. From then on, she continued to live happily without the fear of being discovered. After finishing her story, Scheherazade smiled slightly, looked at the king and said, "Your Majesty, the story of the loyal parrot has ended, but I still have another story that is equally interesting. Would you like to hear about a high-ranking prime minister who, because of his greed and deceit, was finally punished appropriately? If your Majesty wants to know his fate, let me continue tomorrow night." The king was extremely curious, so he nodded in agreement.
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.